Yo, what up, fam? Welcome back to another spoiler episode of Q Reviews / Rashad Reviews. We about to go in on your boy, Chucky. Child's Play remake. Hey, what up, Rashad Reviews? How you feeling, son?
Yo, what's good, fam? What's going on, man? Glad to be back, man. Doing this again.
Once again.
Encore. Guess who's back in the motherfucking house with the review for your
motherfucking mouth. With a Chucky review for your motherfucking mouth. That's right. Child's Play has been remade from 1988. And quick question straight off the bat, do you reveal Child's Play as a classic horror movie like The Shining or movies like that? Do you think Child's Play, the original from 1988, is a classic?
It's a classic slasher movie. Now, as far as a slasher horror movie, it's nowhere on the level of yo, that looks better than what we got in the movie.
Yo, look at this
right what you got in your hand.
Yeah, we spoiled it already. This is motherfucking Chucky. Look at that. Look how much personality he got in his hair. He looked like a wild ass Ludacris video and shit. Like this shit.
What?
The fucking naps and shit. This nigga is Chucky right here.
Yo, he look buck ass wild, man.
Yeah.
The Chucky in this movie looked like a Garbage Pail Kid.
Garbage Pail Kid, which was trash. I love that you said that in your review. Because that Garbage Pail movie was trash. I was so hyped that it was a Garbage Pail Kids movie. And then when we seen that shit, like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Chuck E. Cheese, showbiz, animatronics bullshit. 2019 remake. And Chucky looked like a bad interpretation of Tisha Campbell. What you think about that shit? You know, I had to bring it up.
Oh, man. Damn, Gina.
I'm not talking about House Party. I'm talking about way after House Party 4.
After House Party, okay.
Yeah.
My wife and kids, Tisha Campbell. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you wrong for that. Hey, Gina, he said that I didn't. I just laughed at it, which makes me even more guilty.
Hey, I love you, Gina, in House Party 1, but, like, yo, at the House of Kids, you look like the new Chucky, nigga. Like, oh, my God. And it was bad. Like, we get it straight in sport review. We're not even getting to the plot or anything else. Chucky looks like shit. He looks like shit. And I thought it was creepy in some parts, though. Like, maybe because it's a robot. Like, hey, maybe it's a robot that's looking creepy and it's doing creepy things, but never quite worked for me. It never quite worked for me with the hair all to the back and shit. I don't know. I didn't like it.
In all fairness, the movie did have potential. It did. But then when Chucky came on the scene, his design and everything looked so terrible, and the fact that he was an AI and just really robotic, Chucky is known for being charismatic, cracking jokes, one-liners, talk shit before he killed you. Chucky had personality. This Chucky had the personality of a wet mop. You just cannot get behind him.
Right.
And I felt like I was contradicting myself in my review because I did say that there was a point where I did feel sorry for him, which I did because Andy was doing some foul shit to him. You know what I mean? Mm. So in that respect, I did feel bad for him, but just I couldn't get behind Chucky, and to me, he brought the movie down so much.
Yeah,
but the movie did have potential to be something.
Exactly. I think Chucky is the worst part of this movie, man. Even with Mark Hamill's voice, we didn't give a shit. We give a shit is Mark Hamill's voice, Luke Skywalker, whatever, because Chucky had no personality. He was a fucking robot. It was a robot. Yeah. How do you take Charles Lee Ray out of Chucky? Chucky is what made fucking Child's Play cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fucking diehard slasher fan, so I'm more of Jason and Freddy or whatever, but I thought, like you said in your review, I thought Chucky is a cool character, because when that bitch was about to throw him in the fire, remember she had him up like, you talk, motherfucker, you talk! He was like, you fucking bitch, I'll fucking kill you! I was like, oh shit! This shit just went left real quick.
Yeah.
And never, you know what I'm saying? And this movie, it never went left. Chucky was a dumbass robot that had his programming fucked up, and they watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre and listened to Tupac music. So this made him so robotic. He wasn't a character. That's what made this Child's Play movie, to me, kind of uninteresting. Now, Audrey Plaza and Tyree Henry, I think they were great characters. Even the kid, I think he did a good job. But Chucky himself was supposed to be the heart of the movie. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, who's the guy that played the cop again? The one that played Detective Mike?
Yeah, he from Atlanta. Tyree Henry. Yep.
Sorry, okay, and he was also the voice of the dad in Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
right?
Into the Spider-Verse. He's a great actor. He's a I think it's Harvard or either Harvard or Yale actor and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? He still plays hood characters. I like his acting style, and he did pretty good here. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the characters
he was borderline scary here because at first, reason why I thought about him because he had one of the funnier moments in the film. Because he spent most of the movie trying to play like, you know, okay, I'm a cop, but I'm a good guy. I'm not one of the bad cops. Don't believe what you hear about me. I'm one of the good guys. But then the moment where he thought that Andy killed his moms, remember he took Andy and slammed his ass on the ground. Boom! Get your hand behind your back. And then the mom was like, "That's my son. I don't give a fuck if that's your son." I said, "Whoa."
That nigga got real quick. So yeah.
I said, "Whoa."
Yeah, it was weird.
That's some life lessons for you, man. Look, them police be acting like, "Hey, man, not all cops are bad. I'm one of the good guys." But look, you pissed that cop off.
You get slammed on the fucking hood, and then it was
slammed. Yeah.
It was just weird shenanigans in this Child's Play movie, like the watermelon head. That whole thing was like a Bad Threes Company episode to me and shit. Like, oh yeah, you got a watermelon with a face stapled on it. You know what I'm saying? It should be like blood dripping everywhere. And you know what I'm saying? You deliver it to different people's houses. I thought that was just like corny. Just mad corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Can't fuck with it, you know?
Yeah, the strength, I would say the strength of this movie was the kills. I thought the kills were pretty gruesome. Yeah. Like the one where your boy was holding on to the pipe and Chucky kept turning the thermostat up. And you see the saw going, you see him holding on. Yeah. That was probably the best kill in the whole movie. And
because he stabbed him in the nuts a couple times, didn't he? Didn't he get a couple good fucking nut jabs? And then he fucking like fell all that shit. And then, he got fucked up. He got fucked up more than anybody in the movie. More than you thought the main guy was. Like the asshole boyfriend who had a family and shit. That was fucking Audrey Plaza and shit. Like, who wouldn't fucking Audrey Plaza? Oh my God. She was just real skanky in this bitch, wasn't she? Like she always is. Yeah, but I enjoyed her skankiness. You know what I'm saying? And her acting too is pretty good. She played the single mom thing kind of well to me. You know what I'm saying? I liked her performance in this movie. But yeah, I agree with you. The kills were pretty gruesome, pretty creative. You know what I'm saying? As scattered out as they were in this movie, because it wasn't a lot of kills. I mean, the third act is a lot of kills, but they're forgettable and shit. But the ones you remember, of course, are the ones when Chucky stabbed the nuts and he fell on the table saw, things like that. Yeah. But but shit, I wanted to get behind the kills, like with Jason or Freddy. You know what I'm saying? You behind these kills because you rooting kind of for, you know, the anti-hero. Here, I just didn't give a fuck about Chucky. I didn't care. Like, it's fucking, he's stupid. You know? He got no personality. He got no charisma. It's just a fucking weird robot. You know what I'm saying? At least a weird robot. At least make him super hard, like the T-1000. T-1000, right? Is a robot.
Yeah.
He is the hardest robot of all time. Have you seen this boy? Yeah, T-1000. Have you seen this boy? That's all you need. That's all you need.
I'm going to have to argue with you on that one.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to have to argue with you on that one. All right, T-1000 was cool, man, but that first Terminator, the T-800, Arnold, scary. Arnold was scary. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that was the first time I ever seen Arnold Schwarzenegger in a movie, was that first Terminator. And that shit gave me nightmares.
Yeah.
I was scared of him.
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah,
scared of T-1000. I thought T-1000 was cool. I was legitimate scared of Arnold.
Hey, T-1000
hey, buddy, you got a dead
cat
in there? Fuck you, asshole.
The reason T-1000 fucked me up, though, he was like the police, and he was skinny as fuck, and then he could change it to anybody, and he was metal, and he didn't say shit throughout the whole movie, and then Arnold unloaded a fucking clip into his face, like, and then motherfucker was still coming. Like, you can't stop something like this. It was fucking crazy and shit, but, I regrets, T-800 is the hardest robot ever, though. Straight up.
Because he was scary. Arnold was, Arnold, he's already a big menacing dude, man, and he just, he was just cold the way he would mess you up. Like, he would just take you effortlessly, bash your head up against the fucking pole, and just toss you like you ain't nothing. Damn.
Yeah, when he lost his skin, it kept coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. That's how you knew it was a Terminator. It was a Terminator.
Right. Now, if Chucky would have had some of that, I probably would have got behind it, because he is an AI. So I feel like that they could have did a lot with that because, the whole AI thing is like just known to be, you already know that the cliche where you have an AI, at first they're learning, and then once they learn the shit, then they take over. And I feel like they really could have went with that.
Yeah, and I like the thing being connected to all the Wi-Fi in the house and things like that, and it controlling the thermostat and it's controlling the TV and saying things. I thought that was cool, but I didn't really feel danger from it a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? I didn't find that scary, and this whole movie itself. I didn't find scary at all. I found it more of a horror comedy, if you know what I mean.
Well, a horror comedy gone wrong. The perfect example of a horror comedy is Bride of Chucky.
Right.
Bride of Chucky is the perfect example of a horror comedy. Yes, that Chucky. That's my Chucky.
Yeah. That's
with that Chucky. Donald Trump hair. That's my Chucky, man.
Yeah, Bride of Chucky was fucking around. He had the charisma, he had the fun, he had the horror aspect of him, and it was really good. Then you knew what you were in for with that type of movie, of Bride of Chucky. You knew it was gonna be fucking bullshit. It was gonna be fun, but it was gonna be, and it was a lot of great horror in there too. It was a lot of great blood, and you know what I'm saying, a lot of great horror aspects. This movie. It just didn't seem like that. I found Chucky and this Child's Play remix missing. I found Chucky missing. I guess it's Child's Play, but I found Chucky missing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Chucky's usually buck wild, man, and and just crazy. Like, you watch that first Child's Play movie, and one of the parts that sticks out, and that's another thing about this one. Like, there's no memorable moment where you remember this movie for. This movie's very forgettable. Yeah. Like that first Child's Play, the moment that sticks out is when they had Chucky in the fireplace, and maybe he was going crazy. He was like trying to get out and shit. They're trying to keep him at bay. And Andy likes to match.
Fucking bitch, I'll fucking kill you.
And Chucky was cool for a second. He was like, Andy, no, please. We're friends to the end. Remember? This is the end, friend. Yeah, it was nothing like that.
Nothing and then like that ended. This movie. And the ending of that first Child's Play, a 1988 movie, is way powerful than this 2019 remake. I mean, I found the ending to be very lackluster. I think they pulled his head off or something like that and took his core off. They already did that before in the movie. I thought that was real weak. I mean, this is Chucky. I mean, you really got to fuck him up. I mean, this is a horror icon. You know what I'm saying? You can't go light on the fucking horror icons this day and age. They did that with Michael Myers and shit too. He was just looking at the fire and shit. Let's fucking really kill him. You know what I'm saying? Like how we used to. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's in our age. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we like to see our heroes or our anti-heroes take serious punishment. You know what I'm saying? To feel satisfied. I didn't feel satisfied at all about Chucky's death. I thought it was very, very weak. I thought the third act with him controlling the Teddy Ruxpins and the fucking drones and shit. I was like, oh, this shit is fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really like that shit. But,
man, hopefully this shit flops so bad where they just stop. Just stop. We don't need no more remakes of Elm Street. We don't need no more. I'm actually open to a Friday the 13th.
Yeah. I didn't think, like you said in your review, I didn't think the 2009 Friday 13th movie was that bad at all. I thought it was a pretty good remake until Jason decided he was gonna kidnap some woman. Then I was like, I'm out of here. Yeah, Jason doesn't kidnap people.
Jason doesn't kidnap people. Yeah, that was almost as bad as a twist as in Jason Takes Manhattan, where he turns into a little boy.
Oh, the horrible makeup, and then you talking about Jason Taking Manhattan, and his eyeball was like way down here with it, like I hated that. And the toxic waste. You
can tell like they almost had no budget for that. Like if you watch the one that was before that one, the New Blood. You see the makeup, but that one was pretty good. And then you watch this one, like, damn, what happened?
Yeah, New Blood was the first King Hodder, and that's when he had the teeth in his eye, and Tina squeezed out his brain. And Jason took a lot of punishment in that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let our fucking villains take mad, you know, they had punishment. Even Freddy take punishment. Part 3, Dream Warriors. You know, things like that. Hellraiser 2, Hellbond, Pinhead and his crew took a bunch of punishment. Chucky didn't take hardly any punishment in his movie. And then, you know what I'm saying, I just thought his whole fucking Chucky himself, his story arc was weak. And that's why, you know, if I had to give Child's Play a rating, I think I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. I want to give it a 3.5 out of 5, but I can't. I just like,
that's merciful.
You know, it's fun enough. I like the actors in it. I like Audrey Prodigy and Brian T. Henry. I like the kid, but I just don't like Chucky.
So 3.5 is your grade?
I think I'm gonna give it a 3.
Still merciful.
Yeah.
Still merciful. Yeah, I gave it a D in my grade. I gave it a D. It had potential. It had, you know, they could have did some things with it, but at the end, I was like, I'm glad I did not spend money to watch the gift card. If I spent my money, I probably would have threw a shoe at the screen.
Yeah, hell
yeah. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Give whack ass movie.
Yeah, and what do you think about like people remaking these '80s classics? Like, I seen some of your thumbnails like to stop making or remaking these '80s classics. Do you think like this one is a classic that it just didn't need to be messed with, or how you feel about them remaking 80s properties or 90s properties, period?
Well, first of all, with the Child's Play movies, it doesn't make sense because they're still going with the like with the Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky. So we know with Universal and Orion did this one. So I'm like, what's going on here? Because I know Universal still owns the rights to Chucky, I guess, but then Orion, I guess, owns the rights to him also. So it's like they're still continuing the Chucky franchise, but then Orion says, well, we're going to make our own Child's Play movie.
Right.
I mean, personally speaking, they should have left Chucky alone after Bride of Chucky.
Right.
That should have been it. Like, the first Child's Play in '88 is a slasher classic. I guess you can call it a horror classic, but it's like you said, it's more of a horror comedy. You know, it belongs in the slasher genre. But it's just something I feel like in today's time, we don't need another Child's Play movie. They should just leave it like it is.
Yeah.
And I watched that Curse and Cult of Chucky, and those movies can kick rocks too.
Oh yeah, those are barely even unwatchable. The Curse of Chucky, they had Red Band in it, and all those horrible Chucky movies. They're barely unwatchable films, I think. And I mean, if they were gonna remake or reboot Child's Play, I guess, but I think the way they executed this one is just totally forgettable. And even with the actress that you got, it's not gonna spark a new generation of Child's Play fans. It's just gonna be another horror remake that's gonna be forgettable. It's not gonna be rememberable like It or so, because I don't think the directors or the writers invested the time and care to really give you know what I'm saying, this franchise what it deserves. You know what I'm saying? Even the Chucky lore is kind of light to me anyway, so I just don't think it needed to be remade. And I'm for remakes.
To a certain extent, like it. I said this in my review also, was a blessing and a curse because it was the first. It was a great movie. I can't wait for part 2 to come out this year. But prior to it, I think they were kind of done doing the remake of Horror Classic because they weren't making any money. So now that it became like this, phenomenon, they said, you know what? We can make a buck off of this now. Okay, Pet Cemetery, Child's Play. I think they're working on another Halloween movie. Okay, we can do this. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. Good.
Yeah.
Stop ruining my childhood, man.
Yeah, what I think they're just coming up short of some of these already sort of fleshed out ideas. I think in the 80s they didn't really have them fleshed out anyway, but they were just doing something new. But now you're recreating ideas that maybe not was really that good, back in the 80s, and then you're trying to rehash them into something new, and you're coming up really flat. And that's what I see with a lot of these horror remakes. You're just really coming up flat, and not getting the core element of what really made people like this. I think you're just going off the name and the franchise and trying to make a buck, something that that like the new Toy Story, like we said, I don't think did. I think they actually continued the story. I don't think that is a cash grab. Talking about another doll movie,
Yeah, nah, definitely. First seeing the trailer for Toy Story 4, I was like, yeah, man, here's Disney again trying to make a buck off of a already beloved franchise. But nah, when I watched Toy Story, I felt like they were really trying to make something special. And it was special because once again, I'm watching Toy Story, I got that lump in my throat, and I'm like, oh God, here I go again. I got my eyes shrunk wrapped with tears. Yeah, man, look, I could have went and seen Toy Story again than seeing this shit. Chucky.
Yeah, this Chucky shit is totally forgettable. When you see, I seen the Annabelle creation one, the third one in the franchise. It's a little bit better than Chucky. I give it a half a point better than Chucky. At least it got some pretty good scares that they know how to craft from the Conjuring universe. But that's another down movie. But you know what I'm saying? Overall, though, I'm gonna give the best story to of these down movies to, of course, Toy Story 4. I just thought they had a great story to tell, and things like that. Chucky, it just didn't know what it wanted to fucking be, man. It wanted to be a horror comedy. It wanted to be like throwback to the 80s. It wanted to be this robot Terminator movie, but you took out Chucky's personality completely, and I just didn't like that, man. Like I'm not a purist, but like Chucky is a character. You got to at least make Chucky a character. If you can make him a robot, make him the coldest robot ever. But he wasn't. He was still kind of confused.
It was whack, man. It was whack, and then it sets up for a sequel. So I guess being that he has that AI shit, I guess like Ultron, he can transfer his consciousness to other dolls or whatever. So it ends with there could be a sequel. Man, fuck that! I don't want to see no sequel. and then we couldn't even get the iconic Chucky laugh. Remember the laugh that Chucky had? I can't do it, but that crazy psycho laugh that he had, we couldn't get that.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah.
Yes, we could not. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah. Chucky was a fucking lunatic. He was a stabby ass nigga. He wanted to stab everything in sight. What happened to that psychopathic killer Charles Lee Ray? We didn't have Charles Lee Ray. We had a weak ass fucking retarded doll. Sorry, you know what I'm saying? This was a male functioning robot. He just wasn't interested. Even with Mark Hamill's voice, I'm like, fuck out of here, Chucky. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
Nah. Now, if they had old Chucky with Mark Hamill's voice, I think that would have been classic. Yeah. I think he would have jokered that shit. He was just like robotic. Chucky used to curse people out, man. Remember when he was in the elevator and the old couple walked by, they was like, ugly doll. And the elevator goes up, he's like, fuck you. That's the Chucky y'all remember, man.
Yeah, that's what made Chucky great. His fucking foul mouth, asshole, serial killer, motives. He was a good character. He's not a good character here. He's like, oh, we can't play anymore. isn't this fun? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just this shit just didn't stick. So
Well, I gotta say this though. Okay, well, I guess the kid that played Andy, I forgot his name, but I guess that goes to show how good of an actor he is, because Chucky had no personality, like we said, but for some reason, I bought their relationship when they were bonding to the point where I was like, I'm digging this relationship between them, and I don't want to see it go bad because I'm kind of liking this.
Mm-hmm.
But that was because of Andy's acting.
Yeah.
And then when Andy turned on him and when shit went left, that's when the movie really started to tank. Where I'm like, okay, I'm out of it now. Like it had kind of an ET vibe, and then it went from that to just total whackness, and I wasn't with it.
Yeah, it was like my buddy, yeah. Wherever I go, he goes, my buddy.
Oh man,
my
I
buddy.
Wanted one of those too, man. I never got one.
Ain't nobody never had a my buddy in the hood. How many people you know in the hood had a my buddy and shit? So nobody, nigga. Nobody never had that bitch or kid sister.
Nah, I had an abundance of G.I. Joes and shit, man, but I never had a my buddy though, man.
Yeah. I think one of our cousins had a Teddy Ruxpin, and we put NWA in that bitch. Here's a little something about a nigga like me. Never. I swear to God, we put that shit in there. Teddy Ruxpin was spinning the bars, son.
Yeah,
Ruxpin, son. Ruxpin was harder than my buddy. My buddy ain't do shit, but Teddy Ruxpin spit bars though.
Oh man, dude, that's Teddy. Yeah, Teddy Ruxpin was creepy. I think didn't Teddy Ruxpin come out around the same time as the first Child's Play drop?
Yeah, I think it's around 1988. I think Teddy Ruxpin first came out in 1984, 1985. I think My Buddy might have came out in 86 or something like that. And My Buddy was just a fucking doll though. But Teddy Ruxpin can spit bars though, right. Son. You put that tape in him.
He used to blink his eyes and move his mouth and shit. Like I saw the commercial, I thought that was a real talking bear. I was like, I don't want that shit.
We had that shit, nigga, and we put NWA in this shit. So like we had to reprogram it. We did exactly what the Child's Play movie did in this plot. We reprogrammed Teddy Ruxpin to spit fucking bars and be niggerish.
Yeah, it's about this is for Tupac. Get the fuck out of here.
I didn't like that line too. This is for Tupac. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I didn't like that.
I mean, bro, like, are you gonna buy this shit on Blu-ray when it come out, man?
No.
Do you plan to ever watch this movie again?
No, man. I'm done with that shit. I'm done with that shit. I'm done with Tisha Campbell, Chucky. I'm done with that shit. I'm done with his ginger hair all the way back to the back, dog. I'm done with his fucking creepy ass motherfucking Chuck E. Cheese mouth. I'm done with that shit. So it shit look like I should be putting quarters into his fucking Oshkosh goshes.
Bro, who the hell was sitting at the executive seat and looked at the design of Chucky and was like, that's a good idea.
That's good. Let's go with that.
Yeah, let's go with
the transgender. Yeah.
All right. Ginger Chucky. Hey, be careful, man. You know the motherfuckers be watching, man. Be like, hey, heard that.
hey, ain't edited yet. But that's what it was.
It's ma'am. All right, it's ma'am.
I didn't know was Chucky, was he a woman or a ma'am? His mouth was fucking weird. His teeth was weird. His eyes. It was creepy, I guess, but it was just a fucking eye, dude. I just didn't like it. It was walking around and shit. Like, this shit not walking around. Like, this is some bullshit. Yeah. No fucking robot is just walking around, you know what I'm saying, and doing shit. Like, this is in the near future or something. Like, if it was Black Mirror, accept it. It's a better episode of this Child's Play movie and the Miley Cyrus episode of Black Mirror. Just put it like that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I still got to get on that, man. I still got to get on that show.
That's striking.
Yeah, you've been trying to get me on that. None. Yeah, look, I respect any movie that still use practical effects, but
yeah,
in this case, I almost was like, maybe I could have CGI'd him or whatever to gave him some more personality. I don't know, but yeah, that's definitely practical effects gone wrong. And I'm like, we had 2019. That's the best you can do. Seriously.
Yeah. It's like they got the people from the hood makeup school that work on the mannequins and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like the motherfucker that did the effects for Troll 2 worked on this movie, man.
Oh my god! Yeah.
For real, man. Man, I don't even want to talk about this fucking movie no more, man.
What are we talking about? It's like they fucking reprogrammed RoboCop and RoboCop 2, and this is your fucking Chucky. I'm having trouble. When he was fucked up.
Oh yeah, I did catch a RoboCop reference in the movie. Yeah, what do you say? Damn, what was the RoboCop line in the movie, man?
Part 1 or 2.
Huh?
The first one or the second one, we was fucked up when they were reprogrammed to be stupid as fuck.
Oh yeah, that was the second one. Yeah, that was the second one.
I'm having trouble.
Yeah, I'm having trouble.
Well, like it or not, you're coming with me. Yeah.
Listen, hey, the funny thing about part 2 is when he fought the big ass, when he fought the other version of RoboCop. And remember, the old man was like, "Behave yourselves."
Yeah, that shit was gangster. RoboCop is hard as hell. We might have to redo a review on that shit, son, with the nuke and that little badass little kid and that badass bitch he had.
Oh yeah. Can't shoot a kid, can you, fucker?
Yeah, and he came up to Kane too, like, oh yeah. She was like, oh yeah, this can work. Kane was like, bitch, no. I'll twist your head all the way around and throw you on the ground.
Yeah, he like just he snapped their neck like 3 different ways and shit.
Like, bitch, no. Where that nuke at though?
Oh man.
Real
dude, can you believe the same guy directed Empire Strikes Back directed that?
What? No.
Yeah, Erwin Kershner, director of Empire Strikes Back, did RoboCop.
No, he didn't. You lying, dog.
Yeah.
I would look at this shit up.
Look at IMDb that shit, man.
RoboCop 2 is actually pretty good, though. It's It's fucked up and crazy, but I like it. He directed Empire Strikes Back. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, I guess he was trying to get the original feel of the first one, because the first one was like a satire, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I guess he was trying to get that same level of satireism, but then he just made that shit bonkers. RoboCop
it was like he was doing like lines of coke. He must just had lines of coke on his fucking table, like,
yeah.
Crank, Kane. You know what we call it.
So now we're gonna take the brain. We're gonna take the brain out of the body and put that shit in a vase. Oh,
virtual reality. He gonna be in the robot, but he gonna have a robot face, motherfucker. This is what we doing. RoboCop 2. RoboCop 2. We take his powers away. Plenty of cocaine.
Listen, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, son. Once again, fam, thank you for joining in on this lengthy podcast. We didn't mean to go this long on this trash movie, but this this trash movie spawned other movies that we just had to, you know what I'm saying, go in on. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Rashad G Reviews, thank you for joining me, man. It's always a pleasure. We just go off on this tangent, and thank you for joining me on this not so great movie.
Yeah, nah, bro. Yeah, thanks. Definitely, man. Thanks for having me, man. Always a pleasure to be on your channel, man. And chopping it up with you. Had a great time doing this once again, and can't wait to do it again, fam.
Hell yeah. If you like this video, go ahead and hit me up those like buttons. If you really like this content, consider subscribing to the channel, becoming a part of the Rashid G Reviews and the Q Review channel. And once again, love horror movies, and don't just stare at it. Eat it. Peace.